On CNN's front page, you'll see two main stories, both with photos. You'll also see an ad right next to those stories, and there are photo and text links to web content and video content throughout the page. You'll also see up along the top, circled in yellow, links to the main categories of the site. When we look at that front page for CNN's Android app, you will see one main story compared to two, but it still does have a photo. You'll see an ad just below that main story, and here there are links to just 3 stories instead of several, as we saw on the CNN site. And if you scroll to the right along the top, you can view the main categories of CNN's site, just like on the website. And if you look in the little circle on the top left, or if you scroll to the left, you can navigate to home or additional resources. Now, going back to the CNN.com site, if you continue scrolling down, you'll find dozens more links. You'll find both web and video links, dozens of video and web links. You'll find the most recent stories scrolling along the left, and then additional stories broken out by category continue below those. And then in the right-hand side, you'll see information on markets and weather. As we continue further down CNN's .com's page, you'll find photo-heavy links to additional TV content, and you'll also see the search engine again. If we continue scrolling down on the Android app, you will find more links, but they are mostly text stories with just a handful of videos. You'll find that each link that's listed has a photo or the CNN logo. If there's no photo, there's no just text links. And everything is on a black background with blue text links, as opposed to the white background with black links on the main CNN site. And here you see the same navigation continuing on the top to take you to the other categories. Now, when we click into one of the sections of CNN.com, here I went to the living section, you'll find one main story with a photo, several other large photo-heavy stories along the left, and then additional stories in the middle. So you have a combination of photos and text links throughout. And again, there's a prominent ad on the right. As we continue further down on the page, you'll see more of the categorized links with photos. They do use lots of stock photos, I've noticed, for stories that maybe wouldn't have their own imagery. And again, we see more ads. This time they're down on the lower right, and these are text ads. As we continue down the section, or as we go on the section page on the Android app, you will find one main story, again, with a photo. You'll find fewer stories, just a handful as opposed to dozens. Each story includes, again, one photo or the CNN logo when there is no photo to correlate with that story. And again, prominent ad placement, just one link below the main story. The story that I looked at was not a very newsy story, just a little feature about Downton Abbey, as we're all obsessed with Downton Abbey and the season just ending the other day. Looking on CNN.com, you'll see 13 large photos that you can scroll through, and then again, the same large ad on the right. On the top, you'll find the social media links and the search function. When you continue down the page on the CNN.com site, you see 3 highlights on the very left-hand column. There are embedded links throughout, and then story teasers along the right to other recommended links that include a photo. When you continue to the end of the story, you will again see the social media links, comments, which are not found on the app, more additional recommended stories, and at the very bottom there are text-based ads. Now here's looking at that same Downton Abbey story on CNN's Android app. You'll see just the one photo, that first photo of the 13 from the website, with the same caption, the same headline, fewer highlights throughout, and the social media links remain at the top. If you look at the little box in the upper right-hand corner with the arrow, if you click on that, you can get directly to the social media links anywhere throughout the story. As you continue down the page on the CNN app, you'll see the same text that we saw online, again the prominent ad placement, and it's been the same Argo DVD ad throughout. You'll still see those social media links and navigation at the top, but on this app you'll find no embedded links, no suggested stories. The subheads that were on the main CNN site do remain, but they aren't bold. They don't stand out in any way from the main text. And here we see a black background with white text. Now, how do these differences, how do the sites compare to our readings? One thing with CNN, they've done very well with their iReports, and when you can very easily navigate to the iReport section of the app, where it allows you to either view existing iReports or submit your own. With just a click, you can submit your own iReport. The app also, I believe, applies to Meta's laws of simplicity in essentially the reduce and organize laws. Through reduce, there are fewer stories, photos, videos, and no links throughout, because only essential information is allowed with that format. And by organize, you see the same categories as online, and there's very consistent navigation throughout, so if you're used to their site, you'll know how to find what you're looking for. In conclusion, the app offers fewer stories and photos, no embedded links and related content, so therefore you're getting simplified access to the news. You'll stay connected on the go, but if you're looking for more in-depth coverage, you're going to need to go to CNN.com.